Welcome back to Between the Lines, presented by Ordira. We'd like to begin this podcast by acknowledging the traditional owners and the land on which this podcast is made, the Yagara and Turrbal people, and pay respects to elders, past, present, and emerging. All right, bit of silence because we're going to rip the Band-Aid off today. Rip it off. Special guest Tay. Great episode to come on after that loss.
Yeah, it is. I'm happy to be here though.
It's a new
It's
day.
good to have you, Tay.
The sun's out.
Yeah, that's it.
I think this podcast, the theme, we're going to go Ted Lasso. We're going to go curious, not judgmental. So why did we lose, instead of judging it? That's my vibe today.
Yeah, love that. It's a good way to look at it because it is, it's part of sport. There's always, going to be the two sides of it. So, unfortunately we were on the other side of a decent loss on the weekend. So not the way that we wanted to start the season. How'd you guys go sort of just hashing it out, the last day? We had a bit of a recovery day yesterday. What do you guys like to do to sort of process it?
I think I had a lovely day at the beach. I was definitely feeling very sorry for myself, all of us,
Yeah.
and just very sorrow and somber and stuff. But I feel better today.
Yeah.
I definitely think you just have to. Well, we watched the game back with Sophie and Bree, and it was good to just get that over and done with straight after the game. But yeah, definitely a nice slow day at the beach, some comfort food, recovery food, and, a bit of mobility.
No, actually, beach, I feel like it cleanses it away because, we lost by 44 points. It's our worst defeat ever.
Yeah.
So that did not feel good, but yeah, I reckon we all feel reset. Today's Tuesday, we're filming, and it just feels like Monday, new week.
Yeah.
Ready to go into it.
100%. I mean, they were great on the weekend, North. Like they're a really good team, and it's always that, the grand final rematch there, it's head to head and they got the jump, especially in that third quarter.
Yeah.
After that, they sort of came out and piled on 6
In the
7.
Yeah.
I think it was 7.
7, yeah. Oh, it just doesn't feel good saying it out loud.
Doesn't sound, so that was, by them to do that and just keep pushing, like, they did a good job and probably shocked us a little bit in that quarter. So, it was one of those days where, the few of the fumbles and those sort of things added up over the day. And, when you're playing, a really good side, they're going to burn you as well if you're doing that.
They punished us hard.
Yeah, they did.
We were a little bit 5% off and they just went bang, smacked us on the other end.
There's not enough space to make errors like that. Especially competition growing so much and getting so strong.
Yeah.
We don't have 5% error. We
No.
don't
We
have
don't
that
have time to
room
fumble.
anymore.
No, that's right. And it is actually something I watched a fair few of the other games over the weekend, just checking out every team and sussing what everyone's up to and how they've improved. And that was something that I did notice, the teams that were clean, that's when the ball was moving really fast and they looked really good. And it was quite obvious, when if you're fumbling or you're not quite, on your game. So I think particularly on, you saw West Coast beat Richmond.
Yeah.
They were actually really quite clean, and that was the same sort of thing. Like Richmond had opportunities, but it was a similar type of thing. Like sort of same for us because on the weekend we had, the same sort of inside 50s. So we were getting opportunities, but it's just being able to capitalise that in those moments, and then break through a bit of that pressure when it's like building, and so it's something that we can take away and really learn from that as well. Like. I guess that's the way you've got to look at it. Like you've got to look at it as a learning thing and, how can we get better from that?
Exactly. I think even like they really got their game going, they broke it out, I guess, and they love that chip mark. What were they? They were, can't even write it down here. 39-57, uncontested possession. So they just smashed us. And when they get that going, it's so hard to stop. So Geelong, if you're listening, don't let them get that chip mark going because that's North's at their best.
Yeah, that's it. Was there any moments of the match, I should say, for you guys? Like anything that stood out? Anything good, bad, funny?
Ooh.
You going to take?
Oh, it's so hard to think of certain moments. I just remember sitting there watching the game back thinking, it just doesn't look like us.
Yeah.
And I know that's not a moment. It's probably, it's particularly in the third quarter. But yeah, it's just didn't look like us, didn't feel like us. And it's nice to know that isn't us.
Yeah.
And that there is so much room for us to get better and to improve. And I know we are so much better than that.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I had a little moment when I rewatched the game And they went back and they're like, Poppy's boots just come off with that kick. It's so funny because she's in her pink boots too and she's kicked the ball and her boots just flown with it. So that was, I guess, something funny. Something good that we can take out. I don't know if it's even good.
That was funny. I didn't even know that happened. It was funny to watch that back. It's like little things, and even Ruby and I were laughing about it today, but there was I think it was in the last quarter, and we actually got like a bit of a switch out, like from Lil to Nat, and she was coming out the left side, so Ruby's sprinting out to be like, yep, let's go, like open the game up, and then bit of a shank kick, and then the kick, Ruby said she got her max speed in this moment because like she checked the stats, and the ball was just spinning towards the boundary, and it's like getting fast, it's like torpedoing on the ground away from Ruby, and Ruby's sprinting, just like trying to keep the ball in. Like it was just, I was on the bench actually watching, and it was sort of a bit of a funny moment when you think about it, because it's like you're just trying so hard and the ball's just
going the wrong way. It's
going away.
Those
like,
almost moments.
just wasn't quite happening. But, you know, you got to laugh about some of these things and, you know, cop it on the chin a little bit and go, rightio, like, you know, there's another week. We've got another game in, 4 days? So
that's the beauty of footy.
Yeah.
We can turn it around.
We get to go again.
I feel like the scariest part, fraud watch.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Like, when that hit me the next morning, I'm like, oh, it was all fun. Let's get on board. Dan does footy.
Yeah, look, we put ourselves out there for that. So, you know, if he says that, it's probably, you know, well,
fair enough.
We can cop that. Yeah.
I think that's like what we were talking about earlier, is that's the beauty of footy is, okay, it's horrible to have lost.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing to have played the way we played when we're capable of so much more, but and have sort of set ourselves up to be on fraud watch now, calling Dan in, and like you said, but that's the beauty of footy, is that like it's a game that we're all lucky to play, and if in bad moments you can look at it, laugh at yourself and go, okay, I take the lessons and the learnings out of it, but turn it around and be like, yeah, fair enough, like that's fair enough.
Yeah. It's kind of like a clanger.
It's a clanger. That was a clanger for sure.
We're all
that
here,
whole
we're all
game.
healthy, we're all happy, but man, we're on fraud watch this week.
I also just wanted, rewatching the game, to just shout out Kate McCarthy. I love her commentary, especially for our team. I feel like she just sees the game so well and just says it how it is. I'm like, yes, Kate. And you're up in the coach's box because you know what's going on.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to shout her out.
Yeah,
Fully agree with
she's
that.
smart. You know, she's, well, when she was playing, smart player and understands the game really well. So I think having that as a skill, being a commentator is, amazing. So, I love it too. Shout out to her. Also, shout out to our fans too. So we had 3.5 supporters down there. It was a hot day. Like, we can say it now, it was so hot.
It was hot.
35 degrees, hot day out there. But we had people come down. We had them come down for our captain's run, which was so great to see some of the fans there, and then also to come on Sunday. So,
and it was Father's Day. Yeah. So they turned up.
Yeah.
And they were so happy after as well. You know, we did the signing session after and we're like, sorry for the loss. They're like, no, it was so fun.
Yeah.
So you guys seriously are the best fans. So thanks for making it good.
Yeah, we do appreciate that. You know, getting that support and knowing that, you know, they've got our back sort of going into the next week and that sort of thing was really nice, like to have that after, you know, feeling a bit deflated at the end. So thanks guys. We'll give you guys a bit of a shout out.
All right, and last week we put a poll up on Instagram. Did you see this one, Tay?
I did see
yes.
this, yes.
So the winner of the sign. We've got a few that were just a bit random, so we thought we'd show you them. These are just shout out, great creativity.
Yeah.
So we said it was something heavy. We had a crash test dummy. I don't know if that's heavy.
Yeah,
it could be.
It would be. I guess it would be.
Good guess. Wrong.
Not bad. There was quite a few tyres.
Tyres?
Yeah, which are heavy.
Yeah.
You got a big one. I mean, maybe a small one.
Good guess. We also had this comment. Does Kathy have a license for those guns? Yes, she does. It took a while to get them.
It's
They're
certified.
very heavy machinery, but yes, she does.
There was also a sack of potatoes, which would be
like
heavy.
that.
You like that?
It might look a bit random on the sign though.
Yeah.
Just a sack up
To like
there.
We
hype
love
you guys
random
up.
signs.
Yeah, true. That is true. Yeah.
And someone also wrote Swanee back to his car after every training session, and Swanee's our CEO. I thought
Carrying him.
yes. Very
Don't know
creative.
about that.
Don't
Yeah,
know
that
about it.
He might like it. I don't know. But the winner, you got that, Belle.
At Harry Lane. He was the first one to comment it on Instagram with truck So good job, Harry. We'll get that signed for you.
Yeah.
We'll hit you up. We'll slide into those DMs and get this sorted.
Yeah,
so
that's it.
Thanks for interacting.
We love it.
Great creativity, guys.
We love it.
We do.
All right. So moving on to this week, Melbourne.
Rivalry there.
There is a rivalry.
There really is. They don't like us. We don't like them. They respect us. We respect them.
Exactly.
So we're going down to Casey. First travel. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I think we travel so well as a team, so I'm so excited. And I just love playing articulate around the table with Craig and just laughing at how long he takes to get his words
Honestly.
out. It's so good.
And then
So
gets
good.
angry when they don't guess it. It's some history about Switzerland. And you're like, Craig,
We've
It's a
never
cup.
been there.
That is good. Then you got Nat being hardcore. She loves an articulate.
she does love
She's
that.
a good partner.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is good. But they played Geelong on the weekend, so close game. Geelong started really well. Melbourne came back, fought back. They had that bit of a, bit of a grind back to get in front, sort of by 2 points, I think it was in the end.
Yep, 40-42.
Yeah, Kate Hall was really good for them.
3 goals.
Yeah, 3 goals. Skipper, she moved into the midfield, rolled around. She's pretty dangerous and always is. So she was definitely on her game on the weekend.
Yep. I heard that in the W show in the off season. They were saying how a lot more teams are getting versatile and so adaptable because you have to be. And you're just seeing so many people go forward, mid, back, which is really cool, but
Yeah,
also
and it's
hard
not
to play
a game
against.
necessarily of like athleticism either anymore. Like the skill level is, I think even from last year to this year, across 18 teams has improved so significantly.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the game's really changing.
Yeah, definitely. I did have someone, say that sort of exact thing to me the other day, and they were just saying it's so exciting to watch and how competitive it is, and just seeing like the growth each year is awesome. And like you say, that flexibility around the ground, like that's also just like understanding the game a lot better. And I think having that ability to flick people around and still be a really strong team, is something that's really, really, I guess, a great progression of the game really for us.
Definitely. Like we said before, it comes down to little things. If you make a mistake, boom, they're gone. And even saw that in the Melbourne-Geelong game, with the umpire, Paxi throwing it back to Pierce, not the umpire, 50-metre penalty. Suddenly they're 2 points behind, like 2 minutes to go. So it really is the little things. You've got to be switched on with your skills and concentration.
Absolutely.
So I think we're excited for that one.
We are excited for that one, but what we'll do is go for a little break.
Little break.
We'll come back. We're going to chat a bit more about Tay.
Yeah, we want to learn a bit
Pass
more about
it over to
Tay.
her.
She's great. Hey, Lions fans, guess what? We've got something special just for you.
That's right. Our official healthy hearing partner, Audira, is offering Lions members 20% off all their products.
These aren't just any headphones. They personalise sound to your unique hearing profile. So whether you're jamming to music or catching up on Between the Lines, the sound is crystal clear and tailored to you.
And don't forget, watching the game on TV has never been better. With the A02 TV bundle, you can set the volume just right for you without disturbing the whole house.
Or even better, listen to the game and hear the Lions roar as if you're in the stadium with us.
So, Lions members, head over to our member benefits page to grab your exclusive discount on any Audira product today.
Join the pride and feel connected with Audira.
Welcome back, guys. All right. Tay,
Hello.
it's going to be all about you now.
It is.
Beautiful.
It's your 50 games this week. So that's something I wanted to bring up first. 50 games, pretty big milestone in AFLW. Bit of a journey, been at 2 different clubs, and then, you've really sort of, I guess, grown a lot the last few years that I've seen you being here. Like, do you want to touch on anything? Is there anything that stands out the most, over the last few years of 50 games?
Yeah.
The journey.
Yeah, well, I think I was actually talking to one of the staff members from the men's side downstairs today. He came up to me. He's like, 100 games this weekend. And I was like, yeah. I mean, it did take me 5 seasons, 6 seasons to get here. So I guess in AFLW, that is kind of how you could compare it, I guess, in some way. But yeah, it's been a big journey. Obviously, lots happened in that time. But yeah, started at Suns, played 1 game, got delisted, got traded, came here sort of being told that, again, still a development player, hadn't played the sport for long, probably won't play. Played every game, won a premiership.
Let's go.
And now we have
first
2.
year.
Yeah, and here we are, like 50 games. So it's a wild journey, and it's like really cool how when you look back on it, like if you really do take opportunities with both hands, like you can do cool things. And yeah, I'm really like happy to be here, and I'm really really happy to be playing 50 games for this club with this club. And the week after will be my 50 club games. So it's nice to know that most of my journey and my development has now been here because I'm just such a proud Lion.
Yeah, I feel that too because you were living at the Gold Coast, you know, doing the commute. And now you've moved to Brizzy.
Yes.
So you live with...
She's committed.
She's committed. That's when you know
I'm
we've got
fully
it.
committed.
When they come to Brisbane, you know you've got it.
The coast
And that
of
was
girls.
a really hard decision.
Yeah.
That took me 3 years to make that decision.
The same.
Well,
And about 200,000 kilometres on
Honestly,
a car.
this is why I know so many lyrics to songs, but this is about you take that. So you've moved. You're living with Brie and Soph.
Yes.
What's that like?
I think it's a very good dynamic because we're all really different.
Yeah.
We all like our time to ourselves. We're on different schedules all the time. But then we have like just maybe once a week or once a fortnight, we do end up sitting on the couch together and watching TV. And it's just like, oh, this is so cute. I just love you guys. But yeah, it's a really good dynamic. Like I feel like we suit each other's living
styles.
Yeah. So it's really nice. We're all pretty clean.
That's good.
So it's good.
So nothing
not
to
throwing anyone under the
complain.
bus?
Just a little bit.
I mean, I could.
No one leaves their dishes.
But I'm
or-
like, it's just so good. Do I really want to stitch
Yeah.
myself?
Yeah,
up?
true,
I'm not
true.
stitching them.
True.
I'm stitching me. up.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
I
that's
think
fair.
if
You're
you
the
asked
last one into
Brie
the
for a
house.
funny story, she'd have one.
Okay, about you.
About me. I think
we
Kathy
should
knows
ask
what
her.
that
Oh, I
Let's
know.
just share it.
Oh, we can't share that one.
We can't
So
share
I'm
it.
just going to leave everyone in suspense.
We keep doing this to you guys. Sorry about that.
That sits in the fines as well.
That's
so.
in the
Oh,
fine.
okay, we're going to get to that because you have Tay's been given
Tay's a fine master.
fine master, and she's
Yeah.
doing a great. She's got an
Not by
Excel
choice,
spreadsheet
but
by
I do.
a hat pick out.
Yeah.
and it was
Oh, that's
great.
right,
Yeah,
You
I've got
and
a
Peters.
color-coded Excel spreadsheet.
Such a
Um,
teacher.
and I'm having a lot of fun with it. I also am the person that gets all the blame for things.
Fines, yeah.
But I'm really enjoying it because like even the boys are kind of jumping on board. They've like sent me fines for the girls. So I'm really loving it, but we'll get back
We'll
to
get
that.
into that. We're
come
going to
back
go
to that.
worse fines. So
Yeah,
we're
we'll-
very keen to hear about that.
touch a bit more on that. Something this year, Tay, like I feel like you've really come in like the preseason, like you had an amazing preseason. Coming in like super strong, hitting those numbers in the gym, like out, you're running, all that sort of stuff. Like I feel like you've really built that up over the last sort of 18 months. Like, is there anything that you sort of did differently or?
Yeah, I think obviously with my journey through losing my dad and stuff, I actually lost a heap of weight and was very undersized, getting sort of flicked around on the field a bit in 2022. And it was something that I obviously spoke to about our strength and conditioning staff was about needing to be stronger, putting on size, running capacity, speed, all that sort of stuff. So I set out in the off season to not really travel, but to work because I obviously love my teaching and just focus on getting myself into a really healthy shape mentally and physically. And I think now looking back to where I am today, just that 6 months of off season, I grew so much as a person, put on size in a really good way, changed mentally how I think about food and training and strength and like female body image and stuff.
Yes,
So it's just like been a massive, massive journey, but I'm like really proud of myself, I guess, in how much I've been able to change my perspective on body image and food and nutrition and everything. And it's kind of crazy. You hear people say it all the time, like, oh, don't think about social media, don't look at these things, blah, blah, blah. And it's so hard to do.
Yeah.
It's so hard to
It's
do.
everywhere.
compare.
Yeah.
And you've got people sitting in an elite environment who still struggle to do it. And now I like just love looking back on how much I've changed that. And now I probably eat more food than I've ever eaten in my life and am the strongest, fittest, fastest I've ever been. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I definitely worked really
correlation.
hard in the office.
I love that.
Yeah.
I feel like you can see the change too, just even like little comments that you make, I feel like a little while ago it was a bit degrading and you just were so hard on yourself and now it's just, so much more positive and you're just glowing
Definitely.
inside out.
Because
So
it is a really important topic, and I think in the the female athlete space, like it's still having to educate a lot of people and understand, and like we've gone through a lot of learning over the last few years, and everyone has their different story around it probably as well. But I think that is something to really promote, that like a good healthy relationship with yourself and what your food is and what or what your goals are. Like you've reached out to the right people and going, okay, well, what's the plan? Like what does my body need? What do I need to do
for what I want to do.
Yeah, what are my habits that I need to sort of improve on? So I think like fueling your body for performance, that's it's a whole nother.
It's a 1%, but it's also so
huge.
important.
Yeah.
It becomes a lifestyle.
It does, yeah.
Belle and I had a little, we went in for that little staycation with maybe like 8 of the girls.
On our full break, pre-season,
And Belle and I were like stressing because we were at breakfast and we're like, oh my God, I haven't had enough protein. Like, give me more food.
I need eggs. Like, bring the protein powder.
Like literally rocking up with our protein powders, our body science.
Rockabees.
And this, because we're just like, it's just a lifestyle.
Yeah, it is.
And it's cool because we're surrounded by people who are
I like that.
all growing in that space and like we're all supporting each other to eat more food.
100%.
I love that tape.
It's shown though in a lot of results, like through the gym and the girls being able to actually, run further, lift heavier, all that sort
More
of stuff.
energy, it's
More
great.
energy, feeling better mentally, like all that sort of stuff. So that's so
It's
good.
really cool.
I do have a question for you. Did you reach out to anyone, or was it kind of like a journey on your own internally, or did someone help you on the way? Maybe for someone listening, or
Yeah, I feel like it was a combination of a lot of things. I think I definitely got caught up in the social media side of things, like watching a lot of like those what I eat in a day things. And some of them are really good. Like some of them you watch and you're like, wow, like that person's training so much more. I think the ones that were like, and not that I necessarily promote watching them because some of them are probably not great and not healthy habits. But some like Olympians or people who do that who are actually fueling for performance and treating food like fuel were really helpful in being like, okay, that's an idea. But it was also figuring out like what I needed. So I did do a little bit of I was really curious about calories, and that can go one or two ways. That can be really toxic and good in terms of going, oh my God, like I got to a point where I tracked what I ate in a day versus what I was training, obviously like using Whoop and all those sorts of things. And I was like, I have not eaten anywhere near enough to meet my performance needs. Yeah. And then I was like, okay, figuring out with what foods I like and then what foods make me feel good, I would eat more and add that in. And then the next week I actually trained better.
Yep.
So it was just like trying different things,
Trial and
changing
error.
different things, talking to the dietitian, obviously our club dietitian, and I sort of downloaded this or signed up for a program with another dietitian who's sort of really well known in the athlete space as well, and using her ebook to sort of understand balancing meals. And I think that's probably been my biggest change is balancing meals with fruits and veg, you know, using those things as like, I'll add capsicum, let's say.
You're a good cook, Tay. I see it on Instagram.
I love cooking. I'm a bit of a foodie now, but like adding capsicum because I'm like, I need anti-inflammatory foods. Like just understanding like all these little things and what foods like my body really enjoys, balancing carbs, protein, like, but then still going, nah, I worked really hard yesterday. I'm going to have that muffin. Or I'm going to have that chocolate, and just like not feeling guilty about it, because I used to eat chocolate and
worry about it.
Like, why?
Do you know what it sounds like? Sounds like you're being really curious, not judgmental
I
about
love it.
eating,
I love that.
and it's in the theme. So, love that.
We
Tay.
love it. Well, it's, you can tell that has really helped your performance. So it's awesome to see. And, if anyone out there is struggling with that sort of stuff, like reaching out to health professionals or, just getting a bit of advice to start. So I think, it's a great story to share. And speaking of sharing stories as well, you are getting into the podcast space too, Tay.
I am. I had this idea maybe last year, and I was like, I've been through a lot, but so many other people have also been through a lot. And I'm like, I've got things that I think I can share with people to help them grow and just inspire or motivate or whatever. And I know people have done that for me, inspired me, motivated me. So I'm like, let's do that for other people. And then, so starting a little podcast called Let Me Tell You a Story. It's going to be full of different things. It's going to have really tough, hard conversations, sports, athletes, business people, everything, people who've started from the bottom at the top, gone up to the top and fell back down, just all sorts of things. So episode 1 will be coming out shortly.
Ooh.
Do you want to take a guess? There's a 50% chance it's one of you two.
Oh, okay.
So you've got 50% chance of getting it right.
Take a guess, everyone.
But I'm really excited because whichever one of you it is has or you both have really cool stories, obviously. But obviously like going to hit some hard topics and get really raw and deep. And and be a bit vulnerable.
I love that, Tay.
Really nice.
I feel like Stories is a great connector, and
We'll
shout out your episodes on here.
Thanks, guys.
And if you shout out ours.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, good between the lines.
Get you back.
Shout us back.
Speaking of Tay, obviously it was Father's Day Sunday. You know, you went out there and played, and I gave you a hug before the game. I was like, this is just an extra hug.
Nice.
But how is that? You know, I feel like you're so strong now, and just how's Father's Day and how was the game? I guess?
Obviously lost my dad. It's almost 3 years ago, which is wild.
I can't believe that.
Really, really wild. Father's Day is always a tricky one. I actually really shut off before it, and I don't think about Father's Day. So I know Mum called me on the Saturday before the game, and was just like kind of checking in. I was like, I'm not thinking about it. Thinking about it. I think for me, it's not necessarily shutting it out and not dealing with it. It's just going, okay, I've got a job to do first.
Yeah.
So I think Monday, when obviously having lost, I felt really somber. I think all the emotions kind of hit me.
Yeah.
But I've gotten, obviously working with a psychologist early on when I lost Dad, just to sort of learn how to control those emotions and stuff, and be able to compartmentalize in some way. So go, okay, I know that's there, acknowledging that day is going to be tough, but also going, okay, but you're strong, you've worked hard, you can go out there and do your job, and then you can come back and deal with that. So I think I've got that sort of in the bag now. But it was good. It was really good. It was hard. But
it's hard.
I just know I play for him. I did wear a black armband in the game. I actually wore it for my grandmother. So my dad's mum passed away in April this year, unfortunately. So obviously dealing with that little bit of grief as well. And that was the first game we'd played since she passed. And she was genuinely probably my biggest supporter. Like she just had the jersey and would always watch my games and everything. So it was nice to play for both of them on Father's Day. I have obviously the story with the ladybug, and I was standing in the goal square and a ladybug landed on the side of my face.
No way.
Not kidding. So I was just like, he's here, he's with us.
Wow.
He would really hate that he's associated with a ladybug, but it's too late now. It's been 3 years. But that was good. And obviously it was so nice having everyone's dads come down to training.
It was really nice.
That was sweet. It was really, really just like, I was fine actually, and I know a couple of girls messaged me after, and they're like, "How are you? Are you okay after that?" And like that just goes to show how much your teammates care about you. Obviously, like my dad would love to have been a part of that, but it was just so beautiful to see everyone's dads trying to kick goals.
Oh
And
my gosh!
shout out to Jade Ellinger's dad's ball drop. It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
Jade, you've got some work to do.
Maybe a hammy or two was tweaked.
A hammy was tweaked.
Yeah, hammy was, but it was just so
It was
nice.
really wholesome. It was really nice. My parents aren't up here either. They're back home, but it was actually just so nice. Like just being there and seeing everyone with their family. Like it was just such a wholesome thing, and you know everyone was so happy, and just they loved being there too. And you know they're huge supporters of all of us, and it's always nice seeing the families after the game as well. Like you know everyone else's family always gives me a hug, so I love that so much. It's so nice. Yeah. So I think having that sort of element to the club, like being family orientated, is really nice, and it is, you know, whether your family are here or not. You sort of got that support. So,
And we definitely have become, I think that's such a point of difference for us, is that we are such a family club. And I think people from the outside wouldn't see that, but like you just become friends with everyone's parents. Like I know Bree's parents were over at our house after the game, and like we were obviously all sad.
Yeah.
And then Mum and I just having our little hug in the kitchen, just like real sad. It's just like, it's just so nice being friends with everyone else's parents, because it's just such a nice feeling being close with everyone, and it's just a big community.
Even when I went to Lil's the other day, and they've got this new house, her parents, and they've got a massive shed, which Poss is real proud of her dad, and they've got these massive like posters of Lily and the team, and I get in there and I've got my like sour face on. I'm like, where's mine? Where's the picture of my head? And he's getting that done, so I'll report back.
We love that,
which is good.
I love that. Good.
But back to the fines.
Oh, yeah. We've got to circle back.
We've
This is a
circling
serious
back.
topic.
This is very, very serious. This is probably the serious thing we'll talk about today.
From the fine master herself.
So we go monthly.
Yep.
You send out this stock to us. We pay it. It goes to a great cause in our footy trip. So
really important.
We've got some bad ones pretty far. So we're just gonna share them with you guys. Tay, take it away.
Personal favourite is Dee Heslop. She's currently injured but been swimming a lot. swims in a triangle bikini. I'm sorry, but if you
Like
are doing
proper laps.
laps in the pool and you were wearing a little triangle bikini,
It's tiny.
how? I don't have
How
any
does
other
it
word
stay
except
on?
for
It's
how.
not. I don't know if
Does it
everything's
just flop to
staying
the
in.
side?
I don't even know if I can like go swimming at the beach in a triangle bikini. Like, I just yeah. Sorry, D, but
How much was that fine?
I think that was
Has D paid you yet?
No,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
another topic as well.
That's another fine.
They should get fined for not paying their fines.
She has been.
Oh, good.
She is.
End of year. It's D shout.
I think Dee's funding footy trip at the moment. The poor girl.
Oh, I rate that one.
Dax has a really good one. She was probably the first person to receive a fine. She
Surprise.
threw in a throwback picture into the group chat from 2016 of her at formal with long hair
On this
out
beautiful
of
car.
Makeup.
in a makeup formal dress, no context, just sends it back in and goes, in case you were wondering.
It's not good.
I think we might insert the
we did
picture
insert that.
somewhere.
She got long
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah.
She's got long
That's
hair.
fine worthy.
It's
Yeah, we'll chuck
and
that in
Craig
there.
Star, similar sort of thing, gets told to dress as a celebrity for the M&D slide.
Yeah, the big freeze.
freeze.
Yep.
And dresses as himself.
Look, that's a fine.
That's a
Craig.
big
And does
fine.
4 shoeys.
I told him to
That's-
go as Elvis. So much
He
better.
could- yeah, actually, that would have been a good one.
He's probably like, nah, it's
We
me.
told him to
I'm
go
better
as
than Elvis.
Jerry can too.
Yeah, there you go.
True.
Maybe the truck next year.
Yeah.
We'll see how we go. And yeah, so like I said before, the boys are getting involved.
Mm-hmm.
Belle, Dara Joyce has fined you for awful parking.
I can't believe he's
There's some
actually
bad
fined
parkers
me.
out there, and Belle, you're right
I
up there.
know. So he's like, "Are you in the Mazda?" I can't do his accent. He's like, "You in the Mazda?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You're taking up 2 car parks, like this little black car." It's hard. There's weird lines in our
There
car
are
park.
weird
It's hard to
lines.
park.
Except about 50-something men's players and 29 women's players can park in between those lines, Belle.
Oh,
She's part of the 1%. She's in the 1%
actually, I'm a
club.
little bit embarrassed. But I'm also like, yeah, that's fair.
We all have our little things that
Yeah.
need
Yeah,
their growth areas.
Mine's every day.
Every
Your
day
growth
things.
area
I
is
just get,
parking.
I get
We'll work on
excited.
it.
I get to the club. I'm like, boom, park,
there.
quick,
No
run
time.
out. I need to go into the gym, play music. I need to pump up. You know.
It's a small problem.
Yeah, small
Small
problem.
things.
Thanks for the fine, Dara. Give me some lessons.
Yeah.
And one more, Charlie Cameron has also fined coach Ryan Davis for parking in the players' car park when there was one car park left
Yeah.
and there was still maybe 10 girls left to rock up.
Yeah, I remember I got that
So,
last one.
Yeah, Charlie Cameron's fined Ryan for that as well. So thanks,
happy.
Charlie
Good.
and Dara, for getting involved.
Looking
in the
out for
footy
us.
trip.
More
We love
fines.
it.
Yep.
All right,
All right,
well,
guess what's back?
game time.
Game time. It's quiz time. You guys are the quiz people,
We are the
and I am the
quiz.
quiz master. I've got 5 questions, general
All right.
quiz, just to get us back into the flow of things.
Yeah.
I need a buzzer, Kath.
Buzz.
Buzzer,
Bing.
biz, and
and
bing.
bing.
All right. Ready. What is a group of unicorns called?
Buzz. Magic.
No.
I don't
Close.
know. Magicians.
No one knows?
No. That's
I'll give you a clue. It could be a rainbow, a shimmer,
Bzz.
a herd.
Shimmer.
Yep. I'll
I
give
was
that to
gonna
you,
say
Kath.
rainbow.
I'll change it to
Yeah,
multiple
that's
choice.
fair enough. I'm blank.
All right. What is the sign directly opposite Scorpio in the zodiac sign? So,
Bzz. Aries.
no. Another clue. It's
Bing.
my sign.
Oh. Bzz. Pisces.
Are you
Oh
kidding
my
me?
God, I got it wrong.
You've just
Are you a
broke-
Leo?
Guys, I talk about it all the time.
I know you do that. And I
She's
talk
never
about
going
it
to connect
you.
with me ever again.
I
So
am a
sorry.
stubborn bull. Come on. I'm a stubborn bull. Okay, this is
Taurus.
yes.
Oh.
I didn't even want to give it to you, Kathy. You're a sore one. All right, we're going to get a bit easier. What company currently produces Vegemite?
Bing. Craft.
Yo,
Oh,
good.
good.
Tay.
Nice.
Yeah, I love my Vegemite.
All right,
they
one
released
all.
gluten-free Vegemite just for any gluten-free
GFs
people
out there.
Yeah, it's really good.
Also, sorry, I had 2 more, but I've got 1 more. So this is the winner takes all. Ready?
Okay.
Who is the voice of Woody in Toy Story?
Bzz. Oh my God, what's his name? The guy.
The
Hang on.
guy.
The guy.
Oh, that guy.
Guys, come on.
You know,
Woody.
you know the one.
There is a snake in my boot. That's a. Come on. He's a very famous.
He's off
actor.
Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah,
Redemption.
and he's off Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
Kathy.
I actually just have no idea.
Yeah, Tay, you've actually sucked at this.
I'm really not good.
Come on,
I love
wait,
my trivia.
What's it? The first letter.
T.
Tom.
Kathy. Yeah.
Oh,
She nearly fell off the chair.
That's-
Yes, it is Tom Hanks.
Okay, we're a bit slow off the
2-3.
mark with the old quiz.
Maybe it was my questions.
That's not my
Maybe it's
game.
my questions. Hopefully you guys did way better than that.
Yeah, sorry guys.
I'm going to blame you, not me, for that.
Yeah, we'll blame everyone else. Oh my
Got to
goodness.
get back into the swing of things.
Yeah,
Hey,
good.
it's
I'm
round
gonna go
one.
to a few
It
more
was
trivia
round
nights.
one. Rusty in the game, Rusty in the trivia.
Shake it out.
We're going to come back.
But
Exciting things this week.
exciting things are happening. It's finals time for the men.
How good. Boys at the Gabba.
Yeah,
Beat
boys at the Gabba.
Carlton. Can't wait to see them.
7:30. We also have the VFL playing here at Brighton Homes at 12:45. So anyone else as well, get down here, support the boys.
Yep.
Very exciting to see how far they can go.
Yep. Second qualifying final.
Let's go.
Very excited. The versus Williamstown, they're 7th. The boys are 3rd. So come on, boys.
Let's go.
Let's bring it home. There's a good vibe at the club.
Yeah,
You know?
it's feeling good. Feeling good.
And any fans in Melbourne, get down to Casey,
there.
11:05, Casey Fields. Would love to see lots of Brisbane there. I know Mum's got like 30 people of my family coming, so I'm really
Oh, we
excited
love
for that.
We love it.
So
Frankston
yeah,
girl.
let's go, Frankston.
So exciting. So, look, thanks for listening, guys. We hope we can see any of you down there. Please share, subscribe to Between the Lions.
And give us feedback, what you want to hear. You know, we all want you guys to get to know our teammates a little bit more, a little peek behind the curtain
That's it.
to our club. So hope you enjoyed. We loved having you, Tay.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being on board.
So much fun, Dallas.
We love it.
Let's go rip into this week.
Rip in.
Let's go.
Redemption.
Reset.